All right, we're going to take a look at our play boosters, a nice upgrade from what Magic the Gathering has done with packs using the Murders at Karlov Manor. I still have some other sets that we're going to break and take a look at how those packs go. But this is all Murders at Karlov Manor for this particular video. There's been many other videos where I've looked at the difference between a draft and a set pack and what it is. Now, Magic the Gathering has decided to go with play boosters, and they advertise it's supposed to be the best of both worlds. You get 14 cards. Lots of the drafts we saw were 15 cards, and lots of sets were only 12 cards, so 14's in that range. So we're going to go ahead and take a look using my nice little pack axe. I love this little guy. Makes opening the packs nice and easy. I feel like it's a lot less risky to the card than what the scissors would be, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I've not opened enough packs to know. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and move pretty quickly through the commons, which are black symbols. You notice the symbol for this Murder at Karlov's Manor is a little sword, a little different than the Arabian Night sword. That's a fun, Arabian style sword. Um, and the blacks are commons, the silvers are uncommons, and then golds are rares, and any orange, reddish are going to be our mythics. Those are the big hits. I'm going to take a minute and look up some of those values from time to time, but as of right now, we're just going to go ahead and see. We got a Mole Scout. I have got a red, blue, green deck that I could fit some cards into. I'm constantly kind of thinking, are these possibly going to work for that? That red, blue, green deck is a Miriam Dragon copy deck. It has some other little quirky ways that it works. But then I also have the Precon based on the Dungeon and Dragons set, the Party Time set. That Precon was a good Precon. I get a bunch of +1/+1 counters. I've never won a single game of Commander with that Precon, though. So trying to see if there's any ways that I can upgrade it. And I have upgraded quite a bit. And I had I think it was a Grim Tutor earlier in one of my other videos that I opened in my very first video, which is kind of cool. But as we move through some of these, I'm just kind of evaluating, are those cards going to work in either of those decks? And are there maybe anything worth great value? So the rare and mythics are the only ones I'm really going to value out right away. And my main goal is to try to get pack value back. It's likely, I would say, that I'm going to miss some cards. It's possible for commons and uncommons to get close to $1 in value. There's the famous Lord of the Rings Nazgul, where they're uncommons, but they're worth like $10 each. They're dropping a little bit, but there won't be any of those in this set because it's only Lord of the Rings set. Unless there is a list card, which I believe the play boosters all have the chance of having a list card. So even though they're designed to be able to work in a draft setting, they also have that list card. They also have the possibility of an art card. So it's an interesting approach. None of these I'm seeing are thrilling. Rogue is part of the party time need, but I believe my commander in that is a rogue. So I actually have almost no rogues in that entire deck because my commander is, and I think there's only one other rogue in that deck. So I know I can grab it pretty quick and easily. So now this here is a legendary enchantment. It is the rare, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at its price. This is called Prof's Edict Memory. So let's see what that value comes up with. PROF, Prof's Edict Memory. So this is legendary enchantment from Murders of Karlov. So we see here on Mana Box that it is almost $2. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my collection. So first pack, these I know I got off of a really cool show on Whatnot where I was paying about $3. It was $3 to $5 for anywhere from 2 to 3 packs. So this almost makes my money back from that for 1 pack. Now the nice thing about getting packs at lower cost is it's easier to make your money back. You don't need big flashy spells to get your money back. But we did a Infinity video and was not even close to getting money back. And same for like a random bunch of packs that I had that I was not even close to getting money back on either. This particular one here is a common, and this is why I usually don't spend time looking up commons. This one's foil, and I just thought the fire having that really cool spirally look to it could possibly cause its value to creep. It's worth 2 cents. It's not. Spell costs 3 less to cast if you sacrifice an artifact this turn, which could be a treasure. This spell can't be countered. It deals 4 damage to target creature. Yeah, very, very meh. Full art land, that's not interesting at all. It's like so busy. I'm just not excited by that. Fun little art card. Okay, that happened. It's okay. We're almost at pack value, not quite on the first one. So that's not a horrible start. I've done significantly worse most of the time. All right, so let's see. Next, we have, Granite Witness. It's a gargoyle. Red Herring is a clue fish. That's cute. This is all based on the board game Clue. Toxin Analysis. That could be fun. Airtight Alibi. Hasda Vigilance. Cold Case Cracker. Thinking Cap. On the Job. Presumed Dead. Scene of the Crime. Now, I'm going to pause here because I have heard that some of these lands in this set are getting better and better. So any lands, I'm going to go ahead and pause. This one is an uncommon, so not crazy. It's only 17 cents right now. It's not really worth the time of stopping to look it up, but I'm going to look and see if maybe there's more rare or mythic lands next time. I love the story, the concept of sagas, which this actually is not a saga, this is an enchantment. It says, this is Case of the Burning Masks. When this case enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to a target creature an opponent controls. To solve, 3 or more sources you control dealt damage this turn. If unsolved, solve at the beginning of your end step. If solved, sacrifice this case, exile the top 3 cards of your library, choose one of them, you may play that card this turn. Not even interested in figuring out if that would be great or not. It just doesn't feel like it would do it for me. Now, I have white-black on that +1/+1s. Let's see, does this one work? This is Treacherous Greed. As an additional costless spell, sacrifice a creature that dealt damage this turn. Draw 3 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain 3. That feels good. I feel like this card might have some value. Let's see. TRECH. Treacherous Greed. Yep, it has 15 cents of value. Not quite as much as I would like to see. Not getting us to pack value, but I'm going to put that in cards that may make it into my actual deck. Because I could see that being okay. Probably not going to make it right away, but we'll see. So there's a flash enchantment. It's called Faith Flight. I flash it in, enchant creature. When it enters the field, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. I can see a lot of areas where that would be helpful. Not quite enough for me to make it happen today, though. Not going in my deck. Not what I'm going to look up right now. So we're I'll say $3 right now on this stack of Murder at Karlov Manor. So, see an art card back here. Okay, I like that. Rot Farm, Mortiped. I feel like that one. I know Rot Farm. There's something with that that's great. I don't feel like that's one of them. Just because I haven't looked it up yet, I want to look up Escape Tunnel. Escape Tunnel is 11 cents. It's a common land, so I wouldn't expect it to be very valuable, but you sacrifice it, search your library for basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle, so that's Evolving Wilds. Or sacrifice it, target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Nothing wild. Dueling Diligence, Crime Stopper, Sprite, Innocent Bystander, Out Cold. I feel like that's a good one. Tap 2, target creatures, and put a stun counter on each of them and investigate. I'll have to look at that compared to another one that we saw earlier. As an additional cost, so this is Demon Answers, sacrifice an artifact or discard a card and draw 2. There's the case again. Okay, so these are cool looking cards. I think they call this Invisible Ink. I feel like I remembered seeing that somewhere, and I know some of these cards were a little more valuable. So we'll look at any of the Invisible Ink cards. I don't own any of them, so this is definitely a fun pull to have more than one. Curious, is that Curious Cadaver as the Invisible Ink card. That's actually worth 2 cents. If it wasn't Invisible Ink, it would be worth 3 cents. Which always shocks me. Magnificent Snuffler. That's a fun name. Magnificent. No, read it wrong. Sorry. Magnetic. And that one is also in the Invisible Ink, which is 4 cents. So, again, being an uncommon, I should know that, but checked it anyways. Thundering Falls. I think this is one of the ones that might be going up a little bit in value. Ooh, bumped my whole set here. All right. Ooh, and I see a signed art card there. That's nice. Let's see what is Thundering Falls. Thundering Falls is a $10 card, so there we go. Enters the battlefield tapped, which is odd. A lot of our Enters the Battlefield tapped cards are not worth much in Magic, but what makes it valuable? When it enters the field, surveil 1. You look at the top card of your library and you may put it into your graveyard. I'm glad this card has value. I don't understand, unless you're playing this with a deck that pulls things from your graveyard, which I believe is almost, I will say is primarily black, is what pulls from the graveyard the most. I don't see why this card is $10. So I'm going to put this in a category of cards where I'm going to plan on selling it before it drops, because that just does not quite make sense to me. So either I'm missing something big and someone in the chat's going to be like, hey, you want to sell that? Sell it to me. If that's the case, message me. I'll absolutely sell it to you. I don't see the value in this card, but I mean, there's a absolute ton of Magic players who know a whole lot more about it than I do. I thought things that enter tapped are ultimately worth almost nothing. So I'd love to find out what is it that makes this a $10 card. If anyone knows, please let me know. All right, and that's not even the end of the pack. That already pays for all the packs that I've opened when you include the other stuff. So we're already like a couple dollars over value this point. So I think I already checked a treacherous greed. Yes, and it was not super valuable, but but I know this one is Slime Against Humanity. This is one of the unusual commons that, because you can have so many of them, it makes every single one so much more valuable. Individually, they were $3. It's down to $1.50, but now if it's foil, it's $1.65. So it's okay. It's dropped a lot. When it was $3 or $4, that would have been a whole lot more fun. But this is one I wouldn't mind getting a whole bunch of. So now I'm call it $4 positive. So, and then I get, oh boy, this not only is a signed art card, it is a signed art card of one of my favorite dragons. Not necessarily the guild pack. I do believe I have Niv Mizzet guild pack in my deck, but I have my win con set up with various Niv Mizzet cards. So I am thrilled. Anytime I get Niv Mizzet art, that's cool. So we're at $4 plus good feelings, because that's always Niv Mizzet to me. Niv Mizzet is just, I don't know what it is, but of the dragons I've really explored and played with, I love the way Niv Mizzet works. Just don't know if it's true to the whole magic culture and all that, but for me, Niv Mizzet just is exactly what I want Magic to be. All right, magnifying glass. Not much of anything there. I got something else shiny coming up. That'll be fun. Lexodon, Abyss Dropper. I don't want the card on my deck because I don't want to have to keep figuring out that name. Hasdaz Vigilante. Projector Inspector. Wow. Okay. Seems a bit arrogant, maybe pompous, whatnot going on there. Galvanize deals 3 damage to target creature if you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. It deals 5 instead. It feels like that could be helpful. Or Rogue. Okay, that is not the right colors for my other deck. All white. So would this work on my Angel deck? Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn, and you investigate. I don't know. That feels like it could be something, but I'm going to pass looking at that one right now. Might be worth coming back to. Case with Trampled Gardens. Don't really see... I never understood the cases because I never really got to playing this set, so maybe there's something I missed. Buried in the Garden, green-white, so it won't work for anything I'm doing. All right. Judith Carnage, Connoisseur. It's a human shaman. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, choose 1. Gain Death Touch and Lifelink, or create a 2/2 red imp creature that says when it dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. I don't see that being great value, but let's just check. Judith, there it is. It's a quarter. Let's go ahead and make sure that one's added. But again, we're already +4, so, and a mythic invisible ink feels like this could be worth something. This is Atrata, Deadly Fugitive. ETRA, Deadly Fugitive. There we go. Already $1. Invisible ink actually drops it to 50 cents. I do not understand when these really cool special printings of things drop it like that. But it's a vampire assassin. So now with the Assassin's Creed set out, I have a feeling it recently went up, but maybe not. And this nice Planeswalker are always fun. The foil Planeswalkers are cool, but I feel like this is one of the cheaper Planeswalkers. I remember that Kaya being one that I was always excited about getting, and then I find out, it's only a super cheap planeswalker. But I think this one was only in the Murders of Karlov set, so I don't know if it's lower value or not. So let's get the extended art. Ooh, man, he's not. The foil saves it. It was only 60 cents, but once I apply foil, it's $1.50. So $1.50 for that one. So we're at that would be $5.50. Adding in about 50 cents for some of those other ones. We would say that's about $6 for these packs so far in the plus. If I consider each pack $3, that would bring me down to a +3 so far. So +$3 so far. And there's a lot that I didn't count. All the commons and uncommons I didn't count except for the Slime Against Humanity and maybe one of the other, just a couple of the other ones that I had a feeling could be. Ooh, this has new things. So I've not seen the back of this before. Let's see. So I've never seen all of this before. That's kind of a cool little add-in. So though it's a token, I don't plan on cutting these out because I could totally see people finding these just super cool if people are like majorly into Clue or something. That could be neat. So I want to save that in case I really dive into this set a little bit more because it's interesting. I'm already +3. So now as of opening this pack, I'm now even. Okay. So Markable Reconstruction, Vengeful Creeper, Market Watch Phantom, Behind the Mask, Collect Evidence 6, where you exile cards. Total mana value 6 or greater from your graveyard. Until the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with base power and toughness for 3. If evidence was collected, it has base power and toughness 1/1 instead. I'm missing something there. I'm just reading it too quickly. We've already looked at this card previously. Thinking Cap, I feel like that is interesting. Dramatic Accusation, that feels cool. It's got some really neat art on it. But being an uncommon, I'm going to go ahead and skip looking this one up for now. I'll find it out later if this was really great. But sudden setback, owner of the spell or non-land permanent puts it on the top or bottom of their library. So any spell you target. That's interesting. And it's instant. Cease and desist. Okay. Case of the Gateway Express. I'm not excited by the cases. They may be more valuable than I thought. And I've never seen them played in any kind of a tournament. So I feel like if no one's playing them, then they're just not quite as thrilling as what a lot of other Magic cards could be. No Witnesses is 15 cents, so that's okay. Blood Splatter Analysis, that might be something. I don't think so, but we'll look it up anyways. Blood Splatter Analysis. Nope, 6 cents. So added with the other one, we're not quite at a quarter yet. And then Sudden Setback is an uncommon foil. I think we actually looked at that one earlier. Okay, so we are barely above even. I'm just going to call it even. But as soon as we open this pack, we're now down. So we need to try to make up $2.50-ish. And hopefully come out a little bit higher than that. So, Pathfinder, okay, Demonstrated Phantom, Rift Bastilion, Shock, Unscrumptious Guest. That's interesting. They went this way. Unauthorized Exit, Evidence Examiner, Merfolk Detective. That could be something. I feel like Merfolk have potential to have, have some value. Case of the Pilfered Proof, Repulsive Munitions. This is one of my favorite cards in my dragon deck. It is a counter spell. It's an instant, and you put X +1/+1s on target creature, and you counter the target spell unless the controller pays mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Well, my commander's a 6/6, so that means they already have to pay 6, even if my X value is 0. So I really like that, but I don't think it's a very valuable card. This is one of those rare lands, though. So let me check up repulsive repulsive mutation is 20 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. So I'm basically needing to make up $2 now. Okay. And now let's check out Lush. And Portico. That's a $5 card. All right. So $5.25. So that brings us back to about, what am I, down $2.50, go up by $5. So now I'm at up $2.50. So we'll say we're up $3 at this point, just kind of rounding things because there's a few more in here that I didn't count. So that's not bad. Being a $5 card, I'm going to go ahead and slide that guy in here. But again, it's the same deal as that other land we saw, where it surveils one. They're getting to be, they're quite valuable. This one is half the price of the other one. So maybe there's something just in blue-red that does it better, whatever the it is. But I thought surveil would work better for black, and black's not in any of those. So unless the black is commanded with it, or the black commander includes those other colors, that makes it work, but I'm not aware of it. So let's say hide in plain sight. This one's a dime, so that's not going to be doing too much more for us. This, what's that? Macabre Reconstruction. That's a common. Foil, not bad. Again, I think these full arts are just too busy. I cannot enjoy these. I look at them and it's like I don't know. It hurts my mind to think about. So, all right, so upon opening the last pack, we're approximately even. So this is a chance to get way positive if I can grab one more of those lands, and then recommend that maybe you do get one of these mergers packs if you wanted to get a few of them or whatnot. That's going to be your call. This is a weird art. I like it, but I'm almost bothered that I like it. But the weird little ooze guy down here, he's cool. But it's not an art card? What in the world is happening? Okay, I need someone to tell me what I'm missing here, because this is what I recognize as an art card. But the back of the art cards, they usually don't look like a token. The back of the art cards are supposed to look like this. So did they just change that with these particular boosters? Yeah, let me know what's going on there, because that's weird. I don't know what pile to put it in. I'm going to put it in with my art cards, and hopefully we get some more value, and we do. All right, Slime Against Humanity. We already know that one is $1.50. Okay, so he is going to be, there's a little bit of value already, so we're positive. Novice Inspector. Oh, Bubble Smuggler. That is an adorable card. It's an octopus fish, disguise 5, colorless, and a blue. You can cast it face down for 3, and then pay this cost. And if you do, it turns face up with 4+1/+1 counters. If you don't do the disguise deal and just pay the regular cost, it's a 2/1. So it could be huge, but if you get it early, it could also just be a simple 2/1. So that's interesting. Oh, I want this guy to be awesome. Gearbane Orangutan. He has reach, and as he enters, you either destroy a target artifact or sacrifice an artifact. If you do, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. Kind of cool. Fairy Snoop. Fantical Strength. That Curious Cadaver again. Sanctuary Wall. Some people really love these wall cards. I'm not one of them. They're okay, I think, in the right situation. Culvert Ambusher. That looks kind of cool. It is an uncommon, so I'm not going to stop and look him up, but I will look at Assemble the Players. It's an enchanted. I don't expect this to be worth a lot. Assemble the Players. 20 cents. Okay. Ooh, what did I just say? How cool. Just a few minutes ago, we had, as I showed you, my favorite dragon. This was a couple packs ago. Look at that guy. All right, there we go. This is Niv Mizzet. Okay. Niv Mizzet Guild Pack. And in Murders of Karlov, he has this special art to him. It's number 368 is the card number here. 368. So it's a 25-cent card. Oh boy. I really want that to be worth something more than 25 cents, but not too bad. He has flying, hexproof from multicolored. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, it deals X damage to any target player, to any target. Target player draws X cards, and you gain X life, where X is the number of different color pairs among permanents you control that are exactly 2 colors. Okay, that's a lot of text to say you get to draw cool cards. Okay, I'm putting these two together. They're maybe totaling $2. I just love when that combo happens. So that's going into a special stack of just cool things that happened here. So love that. They will go together in my Dragon Binder. Wonderful. So that's exciting. Happy feelings, all that. Gravestone, Strider, foil common, not thrilling there. Anybody who loves these lands, this is probably the best of them all, but I would gladly trade these for the Assassin's Creed lands. Just not getting it for me very much. I don't know. Looks like the end of the Murder Karlov, I ended up plus, because I got the packs at $3, I ended up plus maybe, I don't know, within $5 of positive. And since most of these packs are probably going to be getting closer to $5 each, I'm going to say likeliness is that you're actually down in value, which again means you should have spent the money, another $30 on a singles, as the professor often says. The professor is a YouTuber that really helped me learn a lot about Magic. But his big slogan is buy singles. And these packs are almost all giveaways that I've won from different channels on Whatnot. There's a few that I've purchased. And you see here, there's a few different Whatnot channels that I've spent a lot of time winning things from and supporting in different ways, making some purchases from time to time. So if that's something you want to do, use my invite link to get a free $15 credit. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.